Well, good morning. We have a rewatch today. We're going to be doing a Michi game from last weekend. This is a chess match. I think that if I remember correctly, we're going to see some great movement, specifically by Barzi over here. But we'll watch it. We'll see how it goes. On our team at the bottom, we have Jake McKean as the Rootin' Tootins. I love it when he goes Tootins and he's my teammate. I hate it when he does it and then he's not my teammate and he does. It always makes me sad. So this time he is. So Barcy's the token Spanish. Joel as our teammates as the Byzantines. And then I am the Slavs. This is a high level game. I mean, those are me, Barzy, Joel, and Jake on a team. That's strong. On the other side, we have Spencer as the Spanish. We have Taylor as the Hindu studies, with the dot, not the feather. Then we have young Miguel as the comer. And of course, we have Jeff Miller as the Lithuanians. We're going to see how this goes. It's going to be an interesting game. Got 2 minutes. Some key matchups that I'm looking at, just seeing here. Jeff matched up against Jake. Can Jake hold against Jeff? That's big. Can Michael maintain a front with speed as the Khmer? Because the Khmer are solid, but they're not fast. Look at our builds here. I'm set up for a corner cut over here. I just know that I'm playing against Michael, and when you're playing against Michael, you just always plan on it. And Spencer's cutting the wood, already in the front. And Taylor's walling for Spencer. Spencer, why aren't you doing your walls, man? You gotta do those. It's like important. Anyways. So, there's that. We see that Spencer's ready here in the middle. Taylor's ready. 3D has dropped. Also, I love that all of their things are right here. So 3D drops and I'm like ready to go. And there's nothing over here. See that Spencer's gonna start building. Sure. Or not. Oh, yes, there he goes. Spencer's building castles and they're all like, oh no, we gotta turn. Meanwhile, in the middle, we see that young Miguel is like, I'm going, mother effers. And Joel is bringing the heat. Will these ballista elephants do the damage that they're supposed to? They're such a unique unit. I find that I'm not super effective with them, but they're looking really good right now. Throwing a lot of siege out. On the other side, we see that Jeff has cut. And Jake is going in. So we've got Joel and Jeff there. Joel and Barzy and Michael here. We've got me fighting Taylor and Spencer over here. And on the right side, we have, oh, Barzi's over here as well. And they're hitting Hefe. Careful what you cut, boys. What goes out must come in. The other side, I'm still building forward and just kind of holding. This whole fight just happens like right here the whole game. Meanwhile, yeah, they're getting crazy. And Jake's like, I'm just cutting around this. I'm tired of this crap. I like that move, Jake. That was solid, dude. That was a solid move by Jake. I love this. Meanwhile, they're fighting with all their might here in the middle. Michael's taking everything that Joel's throwing at him on the other side. Looks like I'm moving forward too. Everything looks like they're kind of moving forward. starting to send a bunch of anti-siege stuff. Oh, Jeff's building some towers. Probably a good idea. Jake's trying to build a forward castle. Here in the middle, we see that young Miguel is pushing forward, and Jeff is supporting. Gosh, Michael's micro is so good. Cavalry coming forward. Cavalry and siege. Oh, Joel is he's such a monster. On the other side, they've actually pushed back. We see that Spencer's starting to just plunge dudes. He's just like, I'm tired of this crap. Gets in. Kind of gets into the back a little bit. The castle's hitting them. Our trade is right here. It's way too close for comfort. On the other side, Taylor is supporting Jeff, and they're causing damage on Jake. Then we see that Barzy is just going to come and save the day. Oh no, he just lost a bunch of troops, what he did. And Jeff's just all over things, and Taylor's getting in. Jake was screaming at this point. He's just like, guys, I'm losing. Guys, I'm losing. And here goes Taylor. I don't know why Jake's trade is in the front, but it is. And Taylor's guys went back into the danger zone. I don't know what that's about. But we see that Barzy's created mazes. Good job, Barzy. Meanwhile, Barzy's over here. They're just going nuts. Joel is holding on his own. I'm holding slowly. We've taken out these buildings of Taylor's, which has actually kind of helped Taylor because it's made it so that Taylor has to focus on the right and the middle and is leaving Spencer to 1v1 with me. See that he got in. Meanwhile, Jake and Barzy are working as a pair of lovers, never to be brought down. Oh, let's see what Barzy does. Oh, and goes in. The other side, a lot of hand cannoneers going on over here. This whole game I felt like gold. Is that? No, it wasn't gold. It was food and wood. Jake is not happy. There was no happiness for Jake this game. Meanwhile, Joel is holding with Michael. They're still just right here in the middle. On the side, it seems that Spencer has kind of figured out a system that's working. And he just looked good over here on this right side. They were just doing work. Oh, they walled off. Here I am trying to plunge stuff in. And it looks like Barzy's kind of gotten things out. Meanwhile, Hefe's got a huge build out over here. Going nuts. Jake and Barzy are working together. Barzy's pulling to the middle. And Joel has pushed things forward. Like he's a monster, man. On the other side, Taylor swings to help out over here. Or just to have him hang out, I guess. I'm not really sure what's going on there. But Jake and Jeff are just going at it, man. Barzy's got troops up in here. Meanwhile, we see Taylor's plunging. And Spencer's trying to plunge? I don't really know. Oh, he's going for the siege. Barzy, look at, he's got troops going in multiple directions right now. It's impressive. And Joel is just holding like a champion. He's actually pushed Michael back to here at this point. On the other side, we've got... Oh, Barzy brought up Trebs. Nice. And Taylor and Jeff, man, they're just fighting. Jeff's out of gold. What's your economy? Gold. No, he's got gold. I don't know. Assuming those players are the right ones. What is this? Oh, these are scores. Oh, okay. No one has idle villagers. And Jeff is just Jake is just pushing things. Cool. On the other side, Taylor's like, I'm going through this side cut. He would. On the other side, Spencer's trying to play the Spanish like he plays the... Yeah, you gotta go with the Japanese if you're gonna do this, man. Japanese, maybe the Britons. But really, the way you're using your Trebs, you should be playing the Japanese. Taylor's building forward. Oh, and Barzy gets some freedom. And Barzy's like, we're going in, mother effers. Killing the mining camp. I love it. And made a hole. Let's see if he fills it. Send in troops. No? Meanwhile, Jake's holding. I'm holding. Joel's holding. And Barzy is fighting for this corner right now. So Michael has to turn, is what it looks like to me. These Trebs are just murdering things. Barzy, you've got a hole, man. This is cracking me up. Oh, and he's in. Meanwhile, Jake is flexing on Jeff. Barzy has gotten into the trade and is just going crazy. I'm still holding here with Spencer. Spencer did a great job this game of just like holding and doing back and forth. His plunges were ridiculous. This right here in the middle looks like just a dead zone of scorpions. They're so much fun. If they were good against buildings, they would be like the ultimate unit. But they suck against buildings. They can't destroy anything. Barzy's still in. We see Taylor's castling in. He loves to do this. But he has taken out a ton of trade. Meanwhile, over here, Jake is just having his way. Jeff has lost all of this. And Barzy's moved his troops. He's still got troops in here. Having a great time. And they're pushing and flexing on Michael. This is just like one big battle zone. Meanwhile, I'm over here, still just going 1v1 with Spencer. We just gotta go back and forth, back and forth. And we got more of these dudes. Got Barzy's ready to go again. They've walled it off. Oh, Barzy's about to do it again. Click it, click it. Come on, Barzy. Ugh. His eyes aren't there. But Jeff is coming at him. Is coming at Jake with all the strength of the North. And Barzy's in. So Jake and Jeff get into, or sorry, Jeff and Taylor get into Jake. And this looks like a mean get in. Like there's like a ton of troops in here. Barzy's in here as well. All over Michael. And they've just hit poor Jake. Poor Jake. And Taylor's building forward again. This time I'm getting pushed back. Spencer's out of gold. Oh, and Barzy gets in. Jeff's out of gold. Spencer's got gold. Spencer doesn't have food. I've been sending troops over here to help with this. They're going crazy over here. And Taylor and them are in. Oh, Taylor's waiting. Barzy sees it. And we told Jake, just rebuild, man. Just start rebuilding everything. And so that's what he does. And Spencer gives up the ghost. Not really sure why he gave up the ghost, because it looks like he was doing well over here. But Spencer gave up the ghost. GG, guys. It was an insane one. A lot of back and forth. Both teams were very in it. It is what it is. When we look at scores, I just killed a ton of trash. But so I had the high military, Taylor had the high economy, Jake with the technology. I've always thought that you were smart, Jake. And then the tie for society between Miguel and Thaddeus McGee. Gotta love the KDs. Jake with the least units lost, and Jeff destroying the most buildings. He just did terrible things to poor Jake. It's like Jake just survived. Michael with the most food. Jeff with the most wood. Barzy, of course, would be the most stoned. And Michael also with the most gold and tribute sent and received. Just sent. He sent the most. And then Jeff received the most. So he sent Jeff that. He probably sent him food, would be my guess. Jeff with those fast feudal and castle times. Taylor with the fast imperial. Good job. And 69% of the map explored by Barzy. Nice. Joel with the most stuff researched. Taylor 1 behind him. That was close. Our societies tied for Taylor and Michael both built 8 castles. We can see the team up top, they built a lot of castles as compared to the team on the bottom. We had 17 to, so let's see, 15, 19, 27, 17 to 27. So they had 10 more castles than we did. Jeff, of course, got the 4 relics. Yagato as the Lithuanians. And then Michael with the villager high. GG, guys. This was a high-level game. Taylor was everywhere. Barzy was everywhere. Felt like me and Joel and Michael and Spencer were just like 1v1ing, and then the other two of Jake and Barzy and Jeff and Taylor were playing chess between where can we beat each other at. It was good. It was fun. Can't wait for our next one. Peace.